People pleasing is bending backwards for others, and don't do that
Right.
because that's dangerous and poisonous.
You're watching the Spotlight Network, starring Hollywood's newsman,
And if you're just
Logan
to
Crawford.
investigators, they now believe a single member.
He works with TV and film legends. And now, Logan's shining the spotlight on the world's top emerging authors and creators.
International were abducted.
This is Spotlight with Logan Crawford, streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV.
I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're talking about a powerful book. It is called CHISEL My Way Out, and it is written by a terrific author. Her name is Anamika Sharma. She has penned a poignant and suspenseful novel about a woman who realizes the life she imagined is becoming a trap. Roma enters marriage believing it's the next natural step of a love affair, only to face manipulation, emotional torment, and a slow erosion of self, especially after years of being trained to be a people pleaser at her own cost. With her son in her arms, she makes a decisive U-turn out of shame, out of servitude, and instead chooses a hero's path towards forgiveness, peace, and freedom. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today. We thank the team at Prime 7 Media for helping us put her on TV today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her amazing book. The links are below this interview. Anamika, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you so much for being here and for giving me your time and making my voice public.
Happy to spread your voice because it's a wonderful voice and it should be heard. It's a powerful message. Talk to us a little bit about the inspiration to write Roma's story.
So Roma, I think, represents many people who are capable and strong, educated, and consider themselves to be, I'm there, I'm alive. And yet they slowly shrink themselves because either they have to keep peace or they think that is what love is all about. I think a lot of readers would recognize themselves. So it's very familiar in terms of, this struggle is dramatic, but it is more familiar than dramatic. So yeah, that's what this book is about.
And a lot of people enter into marriage like Roma. They think it's going to be good. They think it's going to be the next step in their love affair. And then it turns out to be not great, and in some cases, abusive. Talk to us about the life choices we make, often at a young age, and how it impacts the rest of our lives, or at least that period of our lives.
The choices that we make at our young age is mostly driven by the lessons we have learned as we grow up. Mm-hmm. And one of the lessons that we learn is that endurance is always praised. Patience and endurance and understanding the other person and making yourself not the first person to think about is always appreciated, more than well-being. And that we grow up learning, and we think that's what marriage is all about and other relationships are all about. But it actually does not teach us and to actually see where we are being diminished in the process.
Yeah. And sometimes because of those lessons we learned growing up about endurance, perseverance, resilience, commitment, they make you stay in a relationship longer than you should. Roma stayed in that relationship longer than she should have. Talk to us a little bit about that aspect of the story and why people stay in bad relationships too long.
Because number one, we don't think it's bad. We just think it's going to turn around. The good corner is just roundabout. It's like the next roundabout is going to make my life the best one. We don't know how to live with dignity. We don't know how to rebuild our life and go beyond the trouble that we are facing. And biggest thing is that we don't, at least in my case, Roma did not know that something bad is happening to her till the time it started happening to her child. So when your child is watching you, then silence is no longer an option. Yeah. And when you realize that, then you want to take actions.
Exactly. That'll make a strong woman stand up for sure when she sees her child not being treated the way the child should be treated. That's for sure. In the book, you talk about people pleasing at your own cost. Talk to us a little bit about why it's a dangerous trait and often part of an abusive dynamic.
People pleasing is not putting yourself first. And if you are not putting yourself first, nobody else will. And very soon you will go back and back and back till the time it is very hurtful, and you are no more, you don't exist anymore. So people pleasing is always, it seems like the easiest path, and it seems that, oh, if I'll be good to others, others will be good to me, but it doesn't turn around like that. So it's a very, very dangerous path. I'm not saying don't be compassionate, I'm not saying don't be good to people. Definitely be those things, but people pleasing is bending backwards for others, and don't do that,
Right.
because that's dangerous and poisonous.
Do you think most people who are people pleasers in adulthood have suffered some kind of trauma or abuse early on where they feel if I'm good, I won't get hit again, I won't get insulted again, I won't get harmed again?
Look, all stories are different stories. So but my understanding is that yes, people pleasing comes out of the reality that we have not been taught self love, that
Mhm.
we don't know the importance of loving yourself without being selfish. There is a very minute difference between selfish and self-love, and we are not taught those things. We are taught geography, history,
Yes.
archaeology, and all those other subjects in the school, but we are not taught these very, very important life skills. So yes, it can be very detrimental, and a lot of people pleasers would be coming because of wrong lessons coming from their own experiences.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you hope readers take away from Roma's story?
My understanding is, and what I want is to see that this is that we are paying, if we are doing something like that, we are paying a big huge price, and enduring a bad situation is not a good thing, and the earlier you realize that, the better it is for you, while at the same time forgiving the other person, because just like you are coming from your bad experiences, I'm very sure the other person is also coming from his or her bad experience. So
Yeah.
moving on, getting up yourself, moving forward, taking the people who are important for you with you, and rebuilding yourself is a lesson I want to give to my readers.
How important is forgiveness?
Forgiveness is very important, not for the person in front of you, but for yourself.
Hmm.
Because unless until you forgive, you don't remove that knot in your own life. You keep going back to it. So forgiveness is important for yourself. Forgive and move forward. It is compassion does not mean that you have to abandon yourself. And similarly, forgiveness does not mean that you are not standing up for yourself.
Hmm.
Forgiveness means you have seen a problem, you have acknowledged it, you have forgiven the other person, taken him out of the life, and taking care of yourself. You are championing your own self.
Yeah. In the book, do you feel Adil truly loved Roma and the child or loved the idea of controlling them?
I think it started as love. I'm very sure it started as love. But once the authority that marriage gives to people
Hmm.
came in, that's when the control aspect came in. And once that, and also when the person moved back to the country, then they felt that they are in their home terrain, so they can go beyond whatever they have been doing now. So that control aspect came in then. But I'm sure
Hmm.
it started as love for a
Yeah.
long time.
Exactly. I think sometimes marriage not only can feel like a trap, but one of the partners can feel like the warden of the jail, where you're not leaving. You've made a promise to God, to your family, to your friends that we're here forever, and now I can do whatever I please. And certainly that's not the case, particularly in today's society, thank goodness. Talk to us about how abuse can hide behind normal life and normal appearances.
Oh yeah, abuse can hide behind normal life most of the time in relationships because uh, it it's a very gradual process. It changes its gradient very gradually. So you are busy in leading the life. You are busy in trying to do your best, coming from your best point, that you don't see where the other person is coming from because you're so busy trying to work out things from your angle. So it creeps in slowly, gradually, and most of the people who start doing who start abusing are very glib talkers. They are
Mhm.
very glib manipulators, so it doesn't really come across. And if you're innocent, if you're simple, not even innocent, if you're just simplistic person, then also it does not come across in your mind because you're so busy loving that
Mm.
person that you don't see what he's doing is actually harming you. And
Yeah.
even if you see, you are taught the lesson of endurance, and so you keep enduring and don't think that, oh, you need to do something about it. So
Yeah.
it creeps in very slowly till it becomes absolutely dark and difficult to breathe.
Exactly. If it was just one big moment, you'd see, oh my God, he's beating me up. This is something different, but it's incremental. And that's why people stay in it. So he does this, he does that, he does that, he does a little more, he promises to be better, and people stay, unfortunately. What was Roma's U-turn moment or aha moment when the internal switch flipped and she went from wanting to survive to wanting to thrive?
It was an interesting incident, and I mentioned it in the book. Uh, the Roma and her husband, they go to a shop, and in the shop, that girl seemed to know Roma from the village. Like they were from the same village. And she tells the husband that oh, I know this girl in Arabic. That I know this girl. She's so strong, and I really like her. And in that 1 second, the husband, he forgets that Roma also knows Arabic by now. So
Mm.
he spoke to her in Arabic, saying that that is the problem, that I'm not able to break her. She's so strong. She's like a horse, and I'm not able to break her. That was the flip moment for Roma to actually understand what's happening. Till that
Mm.
time, she didn't even understand what's happening in her marriage. And that
Right.
was the time, that was the aha moments are generally good moments, but this was the bad aha moment that happened to her. That,
Yeah.
oh, he's trying to break me.
Awful. Awful. Have you envisioned this as a book, as a movie rather? Have you
Yes, I
envisioned this?
want to take it forward as a movie. I have few things in my mind, and I'm still looking around, exploring for more.
Okay, wonderful. I think it'd be a terrific story to explore. Obviously, emotionally charged, great characters, great settings, and cultures to explore as well. I think it'd be a terrific movie. So, Hollywood, if you're listening, here's a great book ready to become a great movie. Let me ask you this before we leave you today. If a reader sees themselves in Roma, what message do you hope they take away?
One message that I want to give to my readers is compassion does not require self abandonment. You don't have to abandon, you don't have to leave yourself in order to be a compassionate good person. If something is happening to you, respond to it. React to it, not react, respond to it by understanding that, look, this is not happening, right? Get up, move,
Yeah, exactly.
champion yourself.
Take action, take action. Don't be a victim, be strong. Those are all great messages for sure. The name of the book is Chisel My Way Out. It is a gripping, intimate journey of a mother choosing freedom, protecting her child, and reclaiming her life from manipulation and emotional abuse. Anamika, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you very much for being here. And as I said, taking my voice to the world.
Happy to do it. Thank you so much for your time, your insight, and the wonderful emotional honesty that you shared with us today during this interview and on the pages of your book as well. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time.